Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. This time, we're diving headfirst into the world of dog health and nutrition.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
We've got a whole pile of research papers, marketing materials, and even some personal stories, all about a supplement called Ultra Canine Pro.
A lot to unpack.
Yeah, it really seems like they're promising a healthier, happier life for our dogs through these things they call primal nutrients.
Catchy. Yeah.
It is. And they're making some pretty bold claims, so we're going to help you sift through the science, the marketing, and everything in between.
Always got to be careful with that.
Yeah, for sure. Something that really jumped out at me right off the bat was their claim that a lot of commercial dog foods, even the pricey ones,
Mm-hmm.
are loaded with hidden hormones, and that these hormones are like this sneaky culprit behind weight gain and all sorts of health problems.
Right, right.
So is there any truth to that?
Well, that's where we need to start thinking critically.
Yeah.
They do mention a study from the University of Missouri, but they don't really give us the specifics.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to tell how strong their argument really is.
I see.
But, we do know that obesity is a huge problem for dogs.
Oh, absolutely.
It can lead to a whole cascade of issues: joint pain, heart disease, even a shorter lifespan.
That's really concerning.
It is.
So is this Ultra Canine Pro like the answer? They're saying their formula is packed with 9 of these special primal nutrients that can help dogs achieve like optimal health.
Okay.
And I gotta admit, some of these ingredients I'm familiar with, like turmeric for inflammation,
Sure.
but some of them like horsetail I've never even heard of.
Yeah, some of them are a little more unusual.
So can you give us a rundown of what's in this stuff?
Absolutely. So they list burdock root, which they claim supports liver and kidney health
Okay,
and can even ease stomach pain.
interesting.
Then there's ashwagandha, touted for what they call hormonal detox, thyroid support, and even helping dogs chill out a little bit.
Huh.
Ginseng is on the list for minerals, weight loss benefits, and immune support. Then we've got astragalus root, which they say is a powerful adaptogen,
Okay,
meaning it helps the body deal with stress,
gotcha.
and it can support digestion and heart health.
Wow, that's already a lot.
Right.
And there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Okay,
They've also got dandelion root,
okay.
which they claim is a natural detoxifier protein source and packed with vitamin A.
Mm-hmm.
Turmeric is in there, of course, for its anti-inflammatory powers, joint support, and ligament health.
Makes sense.
Then we have MCT oil, which they claim is easy to digest, helps with arthritis, and even makes that turmeric work better.
Oh, interesting.
They even include horsetail, which they describe as a living fossil plant for bone health and as a source of calcium.
Wow, it sounds like they threw everything but the kitchen sink in this formula.
Right. It's a lot of ingredients.
It is a lot. But, like, are these ingredients really that powerful? Like, what did you find in the research?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Oh.
Some of these ingredients have definitely been studied for their potential benefits in dogs, but the evidence, it kind of varies.
Okay, can you give us some examples?
Sure. There's a good amount of research backing up turmeric's anti-inflammatory properties,
Okay.
particularly for joint health in dogs. There's a 2012 study by Khalidi and his team. They found that curcumin, that's the active compound in turmeric, can actually reduce inflammation.
Okay, so the turmeric claim seems to hold up.
So far, so good.
What about some of the other ingredients?
Well, ginseng, for example, has been studied in dogs for specific benefits like weight management.
Okay.
There's a 2019 study by Bay, and they looked at the effects of Korean red ginseng extract on healthy beagles
Okay.
and found some positive results.
Interesting.
But of course, more research is always needed to confirm, these findings and figure out the best dosages and all that.
Right, right. Makes sense. What about those more unusual ingredients, like that living fossil plant, horsetail? Is there really evidence that it helps with bone health in dogs?
Well, that's where things get a little more complicated.
Right.
Horsetail is a fascinating plant.
Yeah.
It's got this really long history. But when it comes to those specific benefits for dogs, especially bone health, the research is pretty limited. We did find some studies that show some positive effects of horsetail extracts on bone density in rats.
Okay.
But we need more research to know if those effects apply to our canine companions.
So it sounds like we've got this mix of promising ingredients with some scientific support,
Right.
but we need to be careful about making sweeping claims, especially for the ingredients with less research behind them.
Exactly. And that's what we're here for, right? To help you understand the nuances and make informed decisions for your furry friends.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of nuances, this formula also boasts bovine collagen and chicken bone broth.
Yeah.
Are those just trendy additions, or do they actually bring something beneficial to the table?
That's a good question. They're both really popular ingredients these days,
Mm-hmm.
and there's actually some scientific basis for including them.
Oh, right.
Collagen, for instance, is a protein that plays a major role in joint health.
Right.
And studies suggest that collagen supplements can actually help prevent elbow dysplasia in dogs.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, and then for bone broth,
Yeah.
it's a good source of glucosamine and chondroitin, which are often recommended for joint support.
Okay, interesting. So even though the marketing might be leaning into the buzzwords, there seems to be some substance behind their choices.
Yeah, it's not just hype.
Okay, good. But what about that hidden hormones claim they made about other dog foods?
Right.
Did we ever find any evidence to support that?
We didn't find any specific studies in the materials they provided to back that up.
Fine.
However, there's no denying that obesity is a widespread problem for dogs, and their diet definitely plays a role.
Of course.
Yeah, we do have some research on canine obesity, like a 2019 study by Salt et al. That really highlights the importance of a healthy weight for lifespan and overall well-being.
Right. So even if the hidden hormones angle is a bit of a marketing tactic to grab attention,
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
the message about weight management is still important.
Absolutely. Could not agree more.
And that actually leads us to another key aspect of this Ultra Canine Pro.
Okay.
They really emphasize its potential for weight loss.
Makes sense given the ingredients we've been talking about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But is there any research specifically on this formula's effectiveness for weight loss in dogs?
Unfortunately, not that we've seen.
Okay.
While some of the individual ingredients have been studied for those benefits, we need more research on this specific combination.
Gotcha.
And dosage they use in Ultra Canine Pro to make any definitive claims.
So we'll have to wait and see what further research reveals.
Exactly.
But hey, if it helps dogs shed some pounds and, feel better overall, that's a positive, right?
Oh, for sure. But as always, it's super important to chat with your vet before making any big changes to your dog's diet or adding any supplements.
Such good advice.
Always talk to your vet.
Always talk to your vet. All right, now let's shift gears a bit to the bonus material that comes with this Ultra Canine Pro, because this is pretty exciting.
Okay, yeah.
They offer 2 free guides.
Oh, wow.
The Handsome Boy Groomer's Secrets
Ooh.
and Best Dog, Best Owner, Leading Your Dog Fearlessly.
Interesting.
I mean, just the titles alone, I'm intrigued.
They know how to get us.
They do.
So what do these guides actually offer?
Okay, so the Handsome Boy Groomer's Secrets promises to give us all the tips on keeping our dog's coat and teeth in tip-top shape.
Nice.
They even have a groomer's warning about a common brushing mistake
Oh.
and a trick to reduce shedding.
Ooh, sign me up for that one.
I know, right?
What about the other one?
Okay, so for those of us wanting to level up our dog training skills,
Mm-hmm.
Best Dog, Best Owner sounds pretty amazing. They're saying that they reveal secrets used by military and CIA dog handlers.
Whoa, okay.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
And they also mentioned a 5-second trick to de-stress our dogs and ways to better understand their communication. It's like they created a whole dog care package.
That's a good way to put it.
Pretty smart marketing, wouldn't you say?
Totally. It really appeals to those owners who want a holistic approach to their dog's well-being.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to fully examine these guides, but they certainly add to the appeal of Ultra Canine Pro.
Okay, so we've talked about the problem, the formula, and the bonus material.
Right.
But what about real-world results? Is there evidence that this stuff actually works?
That's the big question, and that's where we turn to the customer testimonials.
Okay.
They provided us with 3 dog owners who have seen some positive changes in their pups after using Ultra Canine Pro.
I always love hearing about happy pups, so tell us about them.
So first up, we have Grace Rees.
Okay.
She says her dog Lola has experienced a surge of energy and happiness since starting on the supplement. Oh,
Lola's acting like a puppy, again full of life.
that's so sweet.
It is, right.
What about the other dogs?
Then there's Jacob Jackson. He shares that his 11-year-old golden retriever, Bobby, has become a total fitness fanatic, even outrunning younger dogs at the park.
No way.
He credits Ultra Canine Pro for Bobby being in the best shape of his life.
Wow, an 11-year-old with that much pep.
I know, it's pretty impressive.
That's incredible. All right, who's our last happy customer?
Last but not least, we have Riley Gold, who saw a big improvement in his puppy's energy levels and overall behavior.
Oh, wow.
He believes his puppy is happier and more well-adjusted thanks to the supplement.
These stories are so inspiring.
They are, aren't they?
It's amazing to see the potential impact of this Ultra Canine Pro.
Yeah, definitely.
But how can we be sure that these testimonials are representative of like a wider experience?
That's a great question. Testimonials can be really powerful.
Yeah.
They offer a glimpse into personal experiences,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not a replacement for rigorous scientific evidence.
Right.
So we always have to consider the possibility of individual differences, placebo effects,
Of course.
all those other factors that could be contributing to the improvements.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So while we can't take these testimonials as scientific proof, they definitely add a personal touch to our understanding of this Ultra Canine Pro.
Yeah, for sure. They give us a little more context.
Absolutely. And speaking of feeling secure, Ultra Canine Pro offers a pretty strong guarantee, right?
Yes, they do. They highlight their ironclad 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee.
Wow, okay.
If you're not impressed with the results within 60 days, you get a full refund.
That definitely adds a level of confidence,
Right.
especially for a product with such bold claims. It sounds like they're pretty sure it delivers.
It's a common strategy, to reduce that perceived risk for the consumer.
Okay.
And we can dig into the pros and cons of those guarantees a bit later.
Okay.
But for now, let's dive back into the research they cite.
I'm ready for more science. What else did you uncover? All right, let's unpack some of these research papers. Remember those claims about burdock root being good for liver and kidney health?
Yeah.
Well, we have a study here by Chan and his colleagues from 2011.
Okay.
It reviewed the effects of burdock root and found some evidence to support its traditional use for liver protection.
Interesting.
However, most of those studies were done on rodents.
Ah.
So more research is definitely needed to see how it affects dogs specifically.
So some promising signs, but not conclusive.
Right, exactly.
What about those kidney health claims? Did you find anything on that?
That's where things get a little bit murky.
Right.
We couldn't actually find any studies in the materials they provided that specifically focused on burdock root and kidney health in dogs.
Interesting.
So while it might have some potential, we need more research to say for sure.
Okay, so we're putting a question mark on that one for now.
For now?
What about ashwagandha? They made some pretty big claims about it detoxifying hormones and supporting thyroid health. So did you find any scientific basis for those claims?
There is some research on ashwagandha's effects on thyroid function,
Okay.
but most of it's been done on humans.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 2018 study by Sharma and his team. They found that ashwagandha root extract helped improve thyroid hormone levels in people with subclinical hypothyroidism.
Okay.
However, we really need studies specifically on dogs to see if those same effects apply to our canine companions.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what about this whole hormonal detox idea? Is that a legitimate scientific concept?
That's a tricky one.
Okay.
The concept of hormonal detox, it's a bit vague and not very well defined scientifically.
Okay.
While ashwagandha is considered an adaptogen,
Yeah.
meaning it might help the body cope with stress,
Mm-hmm.
there isn't clear evidence that it directly removes hormones from the body.
So more of a catchy marketing phrase than a proven benefit.
Yeah, could be.
All right, let's move on to ginseng. They mentioned minerals, weight loss, and immune support. What did the research reveal about those claims?
Well, ginseng is known to be rich in minerals, so that part checks out.
Okay.
As for weight loss, we do have that 2019 study by Bay and O that we talked about earlier,
Right.
which showed some promising results in beagles.
Mm-hmm.
They found that Korean red ginseng extract seemed to help dogs maintain a healthy weight.
Okay.
But again, more research is needed to confirm those findings and figure out the ideal dosage for weight management in dogs.
Gotcha. So ginseng might have potential, but more research is needed.
Exactly.
What about the immune system boost? Did you find anything on that?
Ginseng is often touted for its immune-boosting properties, and there is some evidence to support that in humans.
Okay.
However, as with many of these ingredients, we need more research specifically on dogs to see if it truly helps strengthen their immune systems.
So the jury's still out on ginseng.
For now.
What about astragalus root? They claim it's a strong adaptogen that aids digestion and supports heart health.
Right.
What's the story with astragalus?
Astragalus root has a long history of use in traditional Chinese medicine, and it's frequently used as an adaptogen to help the body handle stress.
Mm-hmm.
There's also some research suggesting it may have positive effects on the immune system.
Okay.
However, when it comes to digestion and heart health in dogs, the research is limited.
Another one with potential, but more data is needed.
Yeah, more research is always a good thing.
Right. What about dandelion root? They really piled on the claims with this one detoxification, protein source, good source of vitamin A. Where do we even begin?
Well, dandelion root is a natural diuretic,
Okay.
which means it can help the body flush out excess fluids.
Oh, okay.
So this might play a role in that detoxification claim.
Okay.
But it's important to remember that our bodies have their own natural detoxification systems.
Right.
We don't necessarily need supplements to do that job.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What about the protein and vitamin A claims? Is dandelion root a significant source of those nutrients?
It does contain some protein and vitamin A,
Okay.
but it's not a significant source compared to other foods that are specifically formulated to be high in those nutrients.
I see.
So while it's a healthy addition to the diet, it's not going to be a miracle worker on its own.
Okay, so dandelion root, healthy, but maybe not as impressive as the marketing suggests.
Yeah, they might be playing it up a little bit.
All right, now let's revisit turmeric.
Mhm.
We already talked about the research supporting its anti-inflammatory properties,
That's right.
but they also mentioned joint support and ligament health.
Mm.
Do those benefits all stem from the same mechanism?
Absolutely. Turmeric's anti-inflammatory effects are directly related to its potential benefits for joint support and ligament health.
Okay.
Inflammation is a major factor in joint pain and stiffness.
Right.
So reducing inflammation can significantly improve mobility and overall joint health.
So turmeric gets a thumbs up.
Thumbs up for turmeric.
Now on to MCT oil. They claim it's easy to digest, helps with arthritis, and even boosts the effects of turmeric. That's a lot to cover. What does the research say about MCT oil in dogs?
MCT oil, or medium-chain triglyceride oil, is a type of fat that's easily digested and absorbed by the body. It's often used to help dogs with digestive issues or those who need a quick burst of energy.
Gotcha.
However, when it comes to its effects on arthritis specifically, the research is still pretty limited.
What about that claim that it enhances the benefits of turmeric?
That's an interesting one. Some proponents believe that MCT oil can help the body absorb curcumin,
Right.
that active compound in turmeric, more efficiently. However, more research is needed to confirm that and figure out the best ratio of MCT oil to turmeric for maximizing the benefits.
Okay, so MCT oil, good for digestion, might help with arthritis, and could potentially enhance turmeric's effects. I'll have to keep an eye on the research for that one.
Definitely.
Now back to that living fossil plant, horsetail. They claim it's great for bone health and a good source of calcium. What does the science have to say about that?
Horsetail is known to contain silica,
Okay.
which is a mineral that's important for bone health.
Right.
However, the research on its effectiveness in dogs is still quite limited. We have a study here by Bessa Pereira and his team from 2012. They looked at horsetail extracts in bone tissue regeneration,
Okay.
but it was conducted in vitro, meaning it was done in a lab setting outside of a living organism.
So not on actual dogs.
Right. We need more in vivo studies, which are studies conducted on live animals to understand if those effects translate to real-world benefits for dogs.
So more research needed to confirm its bone-building properties. What about the calcium claim? Is horsetail a good source of calcium for dogs?
Horsetail does contain calcium,
Okay.
but it's not a significant source compared to other calcium-rich foods that are specifically designed for dogs.
Right.
So while it might contribute a little to their overall calcium intake, it shouldn't be relied upon as the main source of calcium.
Okay, horsetail interesting, but maybe not the miracle cure for bone health they make it out to be.
Yeah, I think they're overselling it a little bit.
All right, now on to bovine collagen. They mentioned joint health, mobility, and it being a source of protein. Is collagen a legitimate supplement for dogs?
Collagen is a protein that's naturally found in joints, tendons, and ligaments. And it plays a vital role in maintaining joint health and mobility.
Right.
As dogs get older, their natural collagen production starts to decline,
Okay.
which can contribute to joint pain and stiffness.
So it sounds like supplementing with collagen could be beneficial, especially for senior dogs.
Exactly. And we actually have research to support that.
Okay.
That study by Marty Angulo and his team that we talked about earlier showed that collagen supplements could help prevent elbow dysplasia in dogs.
Wow, interesting.
And another study by Comblain and his colleagues from 2017 found that a diet supplemented with collagen hydrolysate, along with other ingredients, improved joint health in dogs with osteoarthritis.
So collagen seems like a good option for supporting joint health. What about its role as a protein source?
Collagen is a good source of protein,
Okay.
but it's important to note that it's not a complete protein.
What does that mean?
That means it doesn't contain all of the essential amino acids that dogs need.
Gotcha.
So while it can be a helpful addition, it shouldn't be their only source of protein.
Got it. Collagen beneficial for joints? A supplemental source of protein, but not a complete protein on its own.
Right.
Okay, finally, let's talk about chicken bone broth. They mentioned digestion, skin and coat health, and bone health. Is bone broth just a trendy treat, or are there real benefits for dogs?
Bone broth has definitely become a popular choice for dogs.
Yeah.
And there's some scientific basis for its purported benefits.
Right.
It's a good source of glucosamine and chondroitin,
Right.
which, as we mentioned before, are often recommended for joint support.
So it could contribute to bone health indirectly by keeping the joints healthy.
Exactly. And bone broth is also a good source of gelatin, which can be beneficial for gut health and digestion.
Interesting.
What?
What about those claims about skin and coat health? Does bone broth really help with that?
Gelatin can be beneficial for skin and coat health because it contains collagen,
Right.
which is important for maintaining the skin's elasticity and keeping the coat shiny.
So bone broth, good for digestion, joints, skin, and coat. It seems like a great all-around addition. Okay, so we've explored all 9 of these primal nutrients and their potential benefits. What's the overall takeaway for our listeners?
The key takeaway here is that while there's some scientific evidence supporting the use of these ingredients for certain health benefits in dogs, we always need more research.
Of course.
It's important to remember that individual dogs will respond differently to these ingredients.
Right.
What works for one dog might not work for another.
It's definitely not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Absolutely.
But overall, it seems like Ultra Canine Pro has created a well-thought-out formula
Yeah.
with a focus on natural ingredients that have at least some scientific support.
Agree. And their emphasis on weight management definitely aligns with what vets are recommending for dog health these days.
Right.
Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for preventing so many health problems in dogs.
Absolutely. So even if some of the marketing claims might be a bit overstated,
Maybe a little bit.
the core message about taking care of our dog's health is spot on.
Exactly. And that brings us back to those customer testimonials we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
While they're not scientific evidence, they offer a glimpse into how Ultra Canine Pro has potentially helped dogs in the real world.
Those stories about dogs getting their energy and vitality back are really encouraging.
It's nice to hear those stories.
It is. But before we get carried away, let's take a step back and talk about the money-back guarantee. Is that just a clever marketing tactic, or does it truly provide peace of mind?
That's a great question. Money-back guarantees can serve both as a marketing tool and as a demonstration of confidence in a product.
Okay.
In this case, Ultra Canine Pro offers a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee, which is pretty standard for this type of product.
What are the pros and cons of these types of guarantees?
Well, on the positive side, it definitely minimizes the risk for the consumer.
Okay.
If you're not happy with the results, you can get your money back.
Right.
It also suggests that the company stands behind their product and believes it works.
That's reassuring to hear. Are there any downsides to consider?
One potential downside is that some people might see it as a way to take advantage of the system.
Oh, right.
They might use the product for a month or two, decide it's not for them, and then request a refund even if their dog did experience some benefits.
So it could create a bit of a moral dilemma for some people,
Right.
but overall it seems like a positive feature.
I think so. It shows the company is willing to back up their claims. Plus, it gives consumers the opportunity to try the product without feeling like they're taking a huge financial risk.
All right, so we've delved into the science behind the ingredients, looked at customer testimonials,
Right.
and considered the money-back guarantee.
Yeah.
But before we wrap things up, let's circle back to those bonus guides, the Handsome Boy Groomer's Secrets, and Best Dog, Best Owner, Leading Your Dog Fearlessly.
Yeah, those sound interesting.
They do. Did you get a chance to take a look inside? What did you find?
We did, and I'm impressed.
Oh, good.
They're both packed with valuable information that goes beyond just nutrition.
Tell me everything.
The Handsome Boy Groomer's Secrets is full of practical tips on grooming your dog like a pro.
Nice.
They cover everything from brushing techniques and choosing the right tools to dental care and debunking common grooming myths.
Ooh, myths. I always fall for those. Tell me more about those.
For example, they warn against brushing your dog's hair when it's dry,
Oh.
as it can lead to breakage and damage to the coat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm definitely guilty of that.
And they also emphasize the importance of using the right type of brush for your dog's breed and coat type.
I see. I'm learning so much.
There's a whole section on dental care,
Okay.
including how to spot the signs of dental problems
Right.
and how to brush your dog's teeth effectively.
Yeah, that's always a struggle.
It can be, but they even include a trick for keeping your dog calm and relaxed during toothbrushing,
Oh, that would be amazing.
which I think every dog owner would appreciate.
I know I would. It sounds amazing.
Yeah,
What about Best Dog, Best Owner? Does it live up to the hype?
it does.
Okay, good.
It's all about understanding your dog's behavior and building a strong bond through good communication and training.
Okay.
They delve into dog psychology,
Oh, wow.
explaining how dogs think and learn, and they offer practical tips on training your dog using positive reinforcement techniques.
So no harsh punishments or dominance-based methods.
None whatsoever. It's all about building a relationship of trust and mutual respect.
I love that.
They emphasize consistency and patience in dog training, and even share some secrets used by military and CIA dog handlers.
Wow, that's incredible.
Well,
What kind of secrets are we talking about here?
well, for example, they talk about using hand signals and body language to communicate effectively with your dog.
Oh, interesting.
They also share tips on building your dog's confidence and leadership skills,
Okay.
which can help prevent behavioral issues down the road.
These guides sound amazing. I love how they've combined nutrition with these other aspects of dog care to create a truly holistic approach to well-being.
I agree. It's clear they've put a lot of thought and effort into creating a package that addresses so many facets of a dog's health and happiness.
So after this deep dive into Ultra Canine Pro, what's the final verdict? Is it the miracle formula they claim to be?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh,
There's no magic solution when it comes to dog health.
Right.
But it does seem like a promising supplement with a carefully chosen blend of natural ingredients that have at least some scientific backing.
Okay, so not a cure-all,
Right.
but it could be a helpful tool for supporting our dog's overall health and well-being.
I think so.
And the bonus guides are definitely a fantastic addition.
Absolutely. And remember, the best way to know if Ultra Canine Pro is right for your dog is to talk to your vet.
Always good advice.
They can assess your dog's individual needs and help you make an informed decision.
Great advice. So before we wrap up, is there anything else our listeners should know about Ultra Canine Pro?
Yes. We encourage you to check out the link in the description for more information on Ultra Canine Pro and to see if it might be a good fit for your furry friend.
Perfect. And if you've already tried it, we'd love to hear your feedback. Leave us a review and share your experiences. That's a great idea. We always want to hear from our listeners and learn from your experiences.
And if you do decide to give Ultra Canine Pro a try, here's a tip for writing a helpful review. Be specific about the changes you observed in your dog, whether it's increased energy, better digestion, or a shinier coat.
Right.
Mention how long you've been using the product and what dosage you're giving your dog.
Those are great tips. The more details you provide, the more helpful your review will be for other dog owners who are considering Ultra Canine Pro.
Exactly. Remember, every dog is different, so what works for one might not work for another.
True.
But by sharing our experiences and what we learn, we can help each other make the best choices for our furry friends' health and happiness.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Ultra Canine Pro. Until next time, keep learning, keep those tails wagging, and give your pups a big hug from us.
You know, while we're on the topic of making informed decisions, I think it's worth circling back to that initial claim about commercial dog foods containing hidden hormones.
Right, the ones that contribute to weight gain.
Exactly. It seems like they're tapping into a real concern that a lot of dog owners share.
Oh, for sure.
And
I worry about what's in my dog's food.
it's a valid concern.
Yeah.
While we haven't found concrete evidence to back up that specific claim,
No.
the research we did find highlights just how complex the issue of obesity in dogs really is.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's not just about one thing.
Right, it seems like there's a lot more to it than just the ingredients.
Exactly. Studies have shown that, weight loss plans can be effective for overweight dogs, but it often takes a multifaceted approach
Okay.
that includes dietary changes, increased exercise, and sometimes even medication.
So it's not just about what they're eating, but also portion control, how much activity they're getting, and their overall lifestyle.
Precisely. And that's why it's so crucial to talk to your vet.
Yeah, always good advice.
They can help you develop a weight management plan specifically for your dog,
Okay.
taking into account their breed, age, health condition, and lifestyle.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So while Ultra Canine Pro might not be a magic solution for weight loss, it could potentially be a helpful part of a bigger strategy.
I agree. And it's important to remember that weight management is about more than just how your dog looks.
Right.
It's about their overall health and quality of life.
Absolutely. Obesity can lead to so many other health issues like joint pain, heart disease,
Right.
and even a shorter lifespan.
Right.
It's definitely something we need to pay attention to.
Exactly. So even if you're not totally convinced about the hidden hormones claim, the underlying message about maintaining a healthy weight is really important for all dog owners.
Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Ultra Canine Pro, what are your final thoughts?
Overall, I think it's a product with potential benefits,
Okay.
but there are definitely some areas where we need more
Well,
research.
of course, there always is.
The ingredients they've chosen do have some scientific backing, and their focus on weight management is commendable.
Yeah, I agree.
But as always, it's important to approach any supplement with a healthy dose of skepticism and talk to your vet before making any changes to your dog's diet or health routine.
I couldn't agree more. And remember, everyone, be sure to check out the link in the description for more information on Ultra Canine Pro.
Yes, definitely do that.
If you've tried it out with your furry friend, we would love to hear about your experience. Leave us a review and tell us all about it.
Absolutely. We're all in this dog-loving journey together.
Oh,
Sharing our knowledge and experiences can help us make the best choices for our four-legged companions.
well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep learning, keep those tails wagging, and give your pups a big hug from us.